Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Marv. This is going to be your weekly energy reading, carrying you through October 15th through the 22nd for the beautiful sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Readings by Marvelous Madame THRU. Scorpio, everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. This is our transition week of sorts. Why? Let's get through it. So it's a couple of things that's going on, Scorpio, as we're transitioning out of Virgo season into your season. Things are starting, when I say things, I mean planets are starting to make their way out of Virgo into Scorpio, as evidenced. I'm going to break some of them down. I'm not going to stay that way, stay there too long, because I already do a podcast on this on the Marvelous Enlightenment channel. So if you're interested, go listen. Juno entered Virgo on 10/17. Mercury entered your sign on 10/22, which is the end of this week, okay? But the other thing that took place this particular week, now don't forget, we still have Venus in Virgo, and for you, Scorpio, that's in your 11th house. But that's going to be changing, but it hasn't changed yet. It's going to remain there until October the 8th. But the biggest takeaway this week is this Cazimi that took place, the Mercury Cazimi square Pluto. The time frame was 10/18 through the 21st of this week, right before we end, and then we're ending with obviously the energy of Mercury moving into Scorpio, and then the next day the sun is moving into your sign. So we'll deal with that in our next week's reading. However, one of the things that is interesting is this week we thought that we would get a reprieve, but we didn't, Scorpio, because we came off of an eclipse on the 14th, and then we're dealing with the after effects of that. We don't get a chance to relax, and we immediately go inside and prepare for another another eclipse, which is interesting. And smack dab in the middle, we have this Cazimi. So as a Scorpio sun and rising, this took place in your 12th house, which is the house of undoing, and it squared Pluto in the second. This really reads and feels like you were dealing with something that was your place where you've come undone, your secrets where you go hide, so forth and so on. And then something with those addictions or something in that 12th house is affecting the way you make money. Moving on. Your cards, 4 of Swords, the Hermit, and 10 Pentacles. This looks very much so like you've been in quiet contemplation, as you should, because you had a lot of activity in that 12th house. Now, here's the thing. A 4 of Swords will have you in the energy where you're definitely in a introspective type of energy where you're thinking about things, okay? Now, the thing is that you have isolated yourself. You have taken your energy back in the heart place. You are the Hermit. This is a card of, before we get into the Hermit, let's talk about the 4 of Swords really quick. So you are in an energy of rest, relaxation. You could be isolating yourself for self-protection and rejuvenation, okay? This is very much so an energy about relaxation and self-care, not allowing somebody to come in with their garbage and doing what you have to do to make sure that you protect yourself, which is awesome, okay? Hermit mimics that same energy. The Hermit, though, on a very higher level, Scorpio, Virgo energy is here, okay? Major arcana for Virgo. So you could have Virgo in your chart, or you can be dealing with a Virgo, needless to say. I'm going to tell you that this is a little bit different, although it mimics some of the same energy. Okay, so Hermit is exactly what it sounds like. Hermit is self-reflection, solitude, introspection, is wisdom. And right now, you are in an energy where you don't want, I hate to say this, you don't necessarily want to be bothered. You could be protecting yourself. The Hermit shows that being alone is a necessary part of the cycle of life. You know that, though. You know that all too well as a Scorpio. You have to pull your energy back to self-reflect a lot of the damn time anyway. And just to isolate yourself so you can recharge your batteries or rethink about something that's been done. You know what you guys do. But the Hermit does show us, period, that being alone is a necessary part of the life cycle. of life and relationships, because it will connect us to the deeper wisdom and true self. So you have to, isolate for some things. But this is looking like, when I'm looking at 10 Pentacles that follow this is a completely different energy. So are you upset or hiding your feelings about how you feel as it pertains to this 10 Pentacles? Because 10 Pentacles is here, and that is a beautiful card. So let's break that down. So when we're looking at 10 Pentacles, we are looking at an energy of abundance. But this is about family, solid foundations, the stability and the tradition and wealth. There is something that you're not feeling 100% copacetic about. It's just period, point blank. When it comes down to your family, legacy, and let's just talk about the traditional image for this. Like this is what I'm talking about. So this is a strong relationship that builds a legacy. There's a man and woman here. There's dogs. There, 2 dogs to be exact. There is a child. This is, achieving things in life, relationships, goals, meaningful. You can do things together, having children, starting a business together. So you've been thinking a lot about your relationships, okay? What led us to this 4 of Swords and this Hermit energy in your heart, looking like the Magician? So in the past, we got the Magician. Now, the Magician upright is a beautiful energy. You have all of the tools in your arsenal to manifest what you wanted. So you manifested something, but maybe something didn't go quite the way you figured that it would go. Because when we're looking at the Magician, maybe you have all of these tools and you thought you still feel like you are missing something. This is the card of manifestation. So you manifested this 10 Pentacles. This is what you wanted. Turning those dreams into reality. The Magician is number 1. And this is an energy of being in charge and ready to make it happen no matter what. Okay. All of the tools at your disposal. Wands, cups, swords, pentacles. As above, so below. Infinite potential. The infinity sign is above the head. Just think about the card. But at the same time, I'm feeling like when this power gets into the wrong hands, maybe there's something that you feel like you've been manipulated. Maybe someone's feeling like you manipulated, because at the top of the deck, we are looking at 3 wands. You're trying to figure out what to do. You have goals. You have abundance. You have a lot of energy here about trying to figure out what you're going to do. And I don't feel that you have 100% figured that out yet, Scorpio. When I'm looking at 3 wands, I know you are in the process of trying to do something that is great. 3 wands is obviously being able to look beyond and look at in the future to try to obviously build something. Okay? This is all about confidence and momentum and growth, and more importantly, as it pertains to this reading, future prospects. So what are you going to do? You're committed to your abundance. You're committed, but what are you going to do? This looks like you're trying to build a legacy and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with that. And what is remaining is Hermit and Magician. The Hermit and the Magician, Scorpio. So I want to let you know that those are 2 totally different energies. One is isolation and isolating myself. The other one is definitely about forward momentum as the Magician and infinite potential. But nothing works out unless you actually move forward in your power and step into this power. So all I'm going to say is while you are in contemplative mode right now, searching within yourself and looking and trying to figure out what the future looks like, just don't stay in that Hermit for too long. Because this Magician energy, if you are using and in that Hermit feeling and that Hermit energy too long, like it's natural for you to be there. And because you are a Scorpio. If you stay there too long, unfortunately, you will not move. Okay? You won't move, and we don't want that. We don't want this at all, okay? So tap into your magician. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. Scorpio, I will see you guys next week when we do it again and we break down the 22nd through the 29th. Okie dokie. Bye, guys.